Hey, what's up, y'all? I got another quick video for y'all. This one is about how to practice throwing grenades and get your grenade practice in, right? So this one's gonna be pretty cool. So, if you're a new player, most of my content's geared towards like kind of newer players. But even if you're like an experienced player, I usually got something in here for you. So just keep that in mind. But like, say you're like a new player, everything that you accumulate, you can queue into your offline raids, and whenever you die, you don't lose them. You hit enable offline mode, enable PV mode. I have a guide on it. It actually, it gives like a little bit of attention. Actually, it's kind of cool. One of my only videos that does. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't like downplug myself. Perhaps I'll edit that out. But yeah, so you don't lose anything that you join the raid in with, right? So I can literally join the raid with all these grenades, and if I die, I don't lose them. And so whenever you're starting out, if you just accumulate these grenades and you get like a healthy stash, then you can go into your PvE mode. And even if you only have like a few grenades, you could do this, but it's just not as effective, right? So we're gonna do high just because I want to have a bit of fun. I'll probably put out the raid as well. Right, and so then what you're going to do is, I'll probably have to record this again and put this at the front, but maybe not. But what you're going to do is you're just going to practice throwing grenades, right? Practice makes perfect. So you're going to practice and see the amount of time it takes to pull out that grenade, the amount of time it takes to pull the pin, the amount of time before you can throw it after you pull the pin, right? And then we're going to think about where it goes, right? And then once we have that down, we're going to think about leaning and where's the grenade gonna go there, right? And then like you might even end up killing yourself a few times, you know what I mean? You'll definitely like almost kill yourself, but like this enables you to actually be proficient with your grenade. Because like say you're a new player, right? And like grenades are like expensive. You're like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy a grenade that's fucking expensive. You know what I mean? So you've only thrown like 3 grenades, but then you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna run grenades this game, and you've like never thrown a single grenade in your entire like life in Escape from Tarkov, right? You're obviously not gonna do very well. You know what I'm saying? And so if you just join raid and throw like 100 grenades, if you join an offline raid and throw 100 grenades, and then you join raid and you throw 101 grenades on somebody, you throw a better grenade. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not throwing the same grenade at that point, you know? So that's more or less the grenade throwing guide, how to practice your grenades. Probably have to redo this because it's a bit long-winded, but yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video. If you enjoyed the content, definitely I'd appreciate it if you like subscribed and like maybe left a comment, said hi, check out my other stuff, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna like do a practice raid really quick because they changed like the recoil on the weapons and stuff, and let's see if I can get some kills with the frag grenades. GG. Just this guy. Practice, right? Yeah, right back at you, buddy. Whatever the fuck you just said. That was a terrible way to fucking do that. Where were they? Where could they have made this up from? Oh, so they're up here, I bet. I threw the last grenade in my rig. Honestly, the way the game selects grenades in your rig needs work. Because there's like not even any remotely consistent like manner in which it chooses the grenades in your rig that I found. Like It's basically like you have to try that exact way and then just like change nothing, and then you know what's gonna happen. And until you like, and other than that, change nothing, because nothing is promises. That's how I feel about it. It's just like there's no promises in this game when choosing grenades in your rig. You're just like, and that one. Like, I don't know. I just threw like the last, like it was this grenade, and I had all these grenades in my pocket, and I just fucking selected the smoke grenade. Like, what is that? So like. It's like first in, first out kind of thing, or I don't know, man. Bloody hell, it's so laggy whenever they spawn in. One bad thing about PvE mode, practicing on PvE mode, is it can teach you a lot of really bad habits, because right now I'm just like charging scavs like a fucking jackass, because I know I'll just shit stomp them. But if I was playing up against someone that was like really good, or like even if like there was just like 3 scavs, like whenever I came up in that area I was just in, like, I could have died really easily. And so like, but the way I see it is it's like a lot of it's assessment, right? So like scavs, you don't want to overestimate and you don't want to underestimate. Whenever you're fighting scavs, you want to just be like, I'm gonna fuck up any scav that comes near me, right? That's how you want to feel, and you just want to shit stomp them, because if you give them like too much leeway, then they'll fuck you up. But if you just fuck them up, then you're fine in like a big way. That's how I see it. And so you train with them on like with the as online difficulty and like PvE mode. So whenever you play against them online, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna wreck another scav, right? But like and like if you assess that somebody is like a really good player or like a really bad player, it's very similar. So like a really good player, if I try to shit stomp them like they're a noob, they're gonna like beat me just by like better decision making more often than not, right? But then like say somebody's not very good and I try to like outsmart them, and I'm not necessarily the best at outsmarting them, but like maybe I'm pretty good. But because I gave them like more of a chance than they deserved, they have like an opportunity to like shoot me, because I didn't just like wreck their shit immediately, right? And so at some point it's like safer to just like shit stomp the noobs, but then if they're like really good, then they'll generally kill you for just trying to shit stomp them, right? So then it's like this game of assessment, right? And then like there's like more to it. I could go more in depth, but I don't want to like reveal too many of my secrets, you know what I'm saying? But oh fuck. Anytime you go around a corner, you see how high I was looking? As a habit, always raise your gun. The longer the barrel of your gun, the more you raise your gun. Because whenever you come around that corner, you want your gun to be pointing at their head. Because if you don't look high, it's going to shoot them in the thorax or the stomach like every time. So whenever you go around that corner, look up. Fucking aim high for sure. It's a habit. It's one of the reasons why you don't want to crouch in close quarters whenever someone comes around the corner, because most people don't aim high. And so by crouching, their gun is just always going to be pointing at your face as soon as they come around the corner. Whereas before, like if you weren't crouching, it would be like generally pointed at your chest, where your like armored vest would be. Fuck. That was dumb. I wonder if that's like, wonder what that popping sound is. It's like blowing the fuse or something. Frag out. Yeah. Fuck. I should have said super. Oh no, 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 no. I'm fine. This is fine. Hey, fuck you, buddy. How about that? God damn it. Fucking. This is fine. I am fine. This is okay. My armor is not. Just slightly damaged. Just gonna brush this one off. That's pretty bad. So anytime there's a button that locks you in and you can't do anything for like 5 seconds or like 2 seconds or however long it is, like for example reloading or healing or unlocking a door, be very mindful whenever you choose to press that button, because pressing that button will get you killed so many times because you pressed that button when you weren't supposed to press that fucking button. You know what I'm saying? So many fucking times. Fucking mark these words well. Press that button very wisely. I'd say my armor held up pretty well. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of grenades to throw on. Right, so let's see here. I bet you I can probably edit this. Right, so like say somebody was in that little area right there. Under there. And I wanted to nade them. And I have like only thrown like 5 grenades in my entire Escape from Tarkov experience. The likeliness of me landing that is like slim to none, right? But say I just sit here and I throw like 30 grenades until I can fucking land that shit like consistently. The next time I'm like fucking looking at somebody over there. I'm about to blow them the fuck up, right? That's what you're looking for, you know? It's like you could spend like 30 minutes and just throw like 100 grenades. And then next time you're online and you get that opportunity, you just frag the fuck out of somebody. You're like, fuck yeah, that's why I play this game, you know what I'm saying? It's just like 30 minutes, that's all it took, right? At some point, you know? A lot of times it takes longer than that, but it's like not necessarily that much longer, right? It's like, you know, you want to just like fucking lob the perfect grenade, you know what I'm saying? Fucking earn it, you know. Don't rely on that to be luck. Throw 100 grenades, you know. And then whenever you do get that like highlight frag or whatever, right? It will mean more because you like earned it, you know. You're like, fuck yeah, I trained for that shit. That's why I trained. That's why I trained. It's a good feeling, you know, it really is. That's why, like, people that cheat, I mean, a lot of them just do it for money, but, like, people that cheat just to, like, I don't know. There's many various reasons to cheat. Some of it's just money, some of it's just being a fucking psychopath, some of it's just being like, I want to be considered good at a video game, right? Well, I mean, and, like, the latter, you know, it's, like, it's so hollow because, like, you know, they don't actually get to experience, like, the feeling of, like, working hard and improving for something and then being able to do something that's like really cool and you wanted to do it, right? And then like you know, like it's such a good feeling. It really is, like, and you know, it's like it's definitely like the kind of feeling that I want to share with people through my content is like I'm definitely like a very normal person. Like I mean, I'm pretty talented, I'm pretty smart, but like the shit that I'm able to do, like an average person could like do at some point because it like makes sense, and that's like definitely kind of like what I'm about, is like making things making sense and then doing them, because a lot of life is knowing and doing, right? And if you know how to do something, then you're a lot more likely to be able to do it, but it doesn't mean that you are able to do it. But if you don't know how to do something at all, then you're not likely to be able to do it at all either, right? And so there's knowing and doing, and they're both very difficult and both very important, right? And so I'm like a guy that knows about knowing and doing, right? And see that's the kind of stuff that I do, right? Like yeah, I'll say if you want to get good at aiming, practice aiming, right? See, that makes sense. That works, right? And then if you and then if I go further and explain why that helps, and where it doesn't help, right? So then that helps even more, right? So like, you know, target practice doesn't help you get in the positions to land those good shots. Positioning and decision making does, right? But if you have great positioning and decision making, and you line up those shots, but you don't train to shoot at all, right? Then you're never going to capitalize on those opportunities. You know what I mean? And so then like, and right, and so that like makes sense, right? And then so like then you can practice your aiming, knowing its limitations and knowing why you do it, and then boom, you're looking for those opportunities where you get to use your aim that you've been practicing on, and you're gonna shoot them 1,001 times instead of like the 35 times you shot that gun, because you like never go to the shooting range or do a PvE mode or whatever, right? Like you never want to be like queuing up and like playing against like a skilled player, and it's the first time you've ever shot that gun. You know what I mean? You want to be queuing up against a skilled player, and whenever you're shooting at them, you want it to be your like 1,001st bullet that you've shot out of that gun, not the first one, and ideally like the 10,001st one. That's like 10,001. That's the bullet you're gonna shoot them with, right? See, that bullet's not the same as the first bullet, right? It's not the same, right? And so you can train for that, right? And then you can be, and then so I actually have a guide on how to improve your aim, and like this is going to be a super long-winded video. It's hilarious. I guess it's good that I ended it. But I have a guide on how to improve your aim, right? So So if you just take the amount of time it takes to actually aim before you shoot, you'll have substantially better accuracy, right? But the issue is, in a gunfight, it's all about time. And if you take the amount of time it takes to actually aim and shoot them, and you're not very good at it, you're gonna end up dying a lot because it takes fucking forever, right? But if you just make it a point to practice just not shooting until you like literally just aim at the fucking target, and you're like, I am looking at that target, and then you shoot, right? And then you'll naturally get faster at it. And I explained it better in the video. You should definitely check it out. Maybe I'll like link it at the end. But see that gives you like a way to improve that makes sense, that you can think about and work for, and that's why it works, right? And so that's like the kind of stuff that I'm about, and that enables you to practice and then achieve these great things, which feels so good. You know what I mean? And I guess that's like the end of my very, very long-winded explanation, but like, that's like why I enjoy making content, or like, it's like kind of like, I don't know, it's not like I'm fucking jacking off to like the thought of helping people or something creepy like that, but you know, it's just like, it's just a good feeling that I'd like to share with people, you know what I mean? But anyways, I guess just end it on that note. Fuck it. Thanks for checking out the content. I'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate it. Hit me with that subscribe button. Later.